coming out of Arkansas. So we're going to talk. I'm going to share some of these records because they are shocking to the core. So disturbing, beyond the pale. Frightening, terrifying. I'm in shock. My jaw, like when I saw this, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Jonathan Lee Riches. And recently, I had a female that was staying and living with me. And she left. And this morning,
I think we all know why she left.
I went into my dresser to clean it out.
Oh, God. Fuck, here we go. Oh, no.
And you will not believe what I found.
He's telling you the truth. You will not believe what he found. Wait.
Here.
Not the glove.
You put some gloves on here. I got some gloves.
Looking at.
You will not believe what I found inside my dresser. But if you look closely, these are a pair of panties. Look.
Look. That fool wiped his butt with her underwear looking ass.
What is that?
That's because his broke ass didn't have no toilet paper.
That looks like shit stains or something.
Looks like it's your shit stains.
On these panties. Absolutely disgusting. Whoever wore these panties.
Don't say whoever, fool. That was your girlfriend looking ass.
Did not.
Wait a minute. Intel's coming in. Correction. Those are his panties.
Clean themselves up. They must be very, very dirty.
And you let them live in your house?
Absolutely.
Great web sleuth in there, bud.
Disgusting. And I will leave this. And just remember.
Oh boy.
We're all mostly redeemable. You hear me? We all mostly redeemable. You understand me? I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Flight Nurse. I was just streaming through looking for something concerning Don B. I didn't find it. I'm gonna find it tomorrow, though. You hear me? But I you know how, you know, the YouTube guys, they blessed me today. You dig? And I just seen this, and it was like Don Wells arrested for stealing women's panties. And I was like, well, wouldn't it be funny just to link these two together? Anyways, this one here, totally unredeemable. Completely unredeemable. I mean, he sued Kim Kardashian for stealing his virginity. Then he streamed some stuff. He said he tried suing Bill Belichick, the coach of the New England Patriots, for putting his penis in a vice. But he is. Yeah, he did. Did he get run over in the same intersection? I don't know. Then he streamed some stuff from the Barry Morphew case and actually fractured the criminal justice system single-handedly, right? So I'm guessing the other hand, he was busy sniffing panties with them, right? So now the ideal that open court is no longer open court, right? You have to go to BFE, Colorado, to get any information about the Suzanne Morphew case. So round of applause in the chat for JLR. Round of applause in the chat for JLR. Now, we got more pressing business. You hear me? Than that. What I want to talk about a little bit this evening, you guys have heard me say it. It's called RIP. Reckless Internet Posting. Okay? One moment. Reckless internet posting. What is reckless internet posting? So, reckless internet posting is reckless versus defamation of a person or their actions without thinking or caring about the consequence of an action. The action of damaging the good reputation of someone, slander, or libel. If you're not familiar with what libel is the written form of defamation, such as in publications, newspapers, magazines, so on and so forth. So, reckless posting enables the spread of unreliable and false information. Automatically get accused by peers of reckless content. Messages and images can be posted and distributed quickly to a very wide audience. It can be difficult and sometimes impossible to trace the source. That, however, is not going to be the problem tonight. As a result, their content being more widely exposed is why people are experiencing more shouldn't have done that moments on the site. Causes of reckless internet posting. Influence by friends or family online popularity. We're going to go with an online popularity. Lack of self-confidence with yourself. Need of attention. Low self-esteem. No positive influence. Examples of reckless posting. Teen arrested for driving like an idiot and hitting 4 cars, then posting video footage online. Fair enough. Pretty benign if you think about it. Solutions on how we can prevent reckless internet posting. Think before you post. Be careful of what type of personal information you put on social media. Look out for each other's post or status online. Be mindful that images and words do hurt and cause damage, not just to others, but to yourself. That's it, lockdown. No RIP movement. Reckless internet posting is a movement founded by entertainment mogul Deborah Antony. The movement was inspired by the untimely and extremely unfortunate passing of Deb's youngest son, Codes, K.O. Scott. When you gossip and spread rumors and recklessly post about people's lives, you are speaking death, killing their spirits, killing their reputations, killing their relationships, killing their hope, and so much more. Stop speaking death. No RIP. Be mindful that words do hurt and can cause damage. Focus on the positive, not the negative. Focus on the truth and not the gossip and the rumors. Stop the reckless, hurtful, and destructive gossip. Whether you are media or the general public, please post responsibly. No reckless internet posting. So that moves us forward to our next. But before we do all this, thank you, Mark. Marcus the Shark, thank you so much for your contribution, King. You know it means the world to us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mark. So, this is just. So, I'm going to say it wasn't just a sleight of hand or a slip of the tongue. What I'm here to relay to you is that this man has been a continual, ongoing problem. Many of the OGs know the lore between me and this man. This man admitted to me about the concealing and cover up of what would essentially be, not essentially, of a SA of his stepson and a neighbor lady. He admitted it to me and laughed about it, as if little boys in America can't be assaulted in that way. But because she was good looking, I was all good. Then he goes on to say that when he goes to family movie night with this lady and her daughter, that the daughter starts scratching his back underneath of his shirt, and said that he let it go on because he knew the secret between his stepson and this same neighbor. This is a minor girl. Hey, PJ. Now, he has been the source of salacious, insatiable, rudimentary content from the beginning to the end. He's threatened to kill me. He gets drunk. That's why he doesn't live stream, because this gentleman has an issue with drinking. Okay. He gets on the sauce, and I put a foot forward for the addict or the alcoholic that still suffers. However, this is an ongoing trend with him. It's been 4 years of this crap. Okay. 4 years. This was not a sleight of hand or a slip up of the tongue. Let me tell you what, he doesn't live stream. This is a pre-recorded video he's made, not this one, the one you see on the screen right now. So he makes the video. It's widely not received well because it is recklessly internet posted. People get in his derriere, his posterior, and he brings the video down. Yes, Fuzzy Butt. Let me go ahead. He has said the most heinous things in regards to the children. And you start to try to get an ideal of where these things manifest, right? I get people have their own private thoughts. I'm not the thought police, right? I'm not the thought police. You can think whatever you want to think. Feel free. But as soon as you post it to the internet, it becomes an issue. Now, the name of this live stream is Excuses Are Like, and we all know, right? We all know. Excuses are in the very descriptive terminology of Marcus the Shark. Descriptions are like peanut clusters. Everybody's got one. Every living thing on this earth has one. And I dare say you're looking at one right in the face right now. So what you're going to hear is about 6 minutes of rhetoric. A bunch of excuses, no explanation, a bunch of excuses that in his finite bumpkin mind make up an explanation or an excuse. Now, understanding this gentleman, right? This gentleman has been involved in many a scam in real life, right? Scammed for COVID money because he was one of the first few in his area to get the COVID. So he went on, they did a whole big thing for this guy. And as I recall, what did he get the COVID twice? Then he claimed he takes his children to a water park, right? And that they get some flesh-eating bacteria, or they get some sort of bacteria. He tries to sue the water park or the city, whichever one it was. And that they went and tested the water. And the water parameters came back perfect. And the lawsuit never gained traction. The dude is a scammer, essentially. Not only that, he appears to be a lowlife of the highest caliber, right? Let's take a listen. Now, what's interesting is throughout all of this, the takeaway for me is that he's going to blame this on his wife. He's a very tumultuous background with this woman, right? She's rode the back of the horse with him, right? Marcus, I can hear you in the chat now. Let's not and say we did, but here we go. Just trying to make this dude sits down and probably flicks the tarot cards until one flies out. And then he's like, yeah, we'll just talk about this, right? Can't hear it. Fair enough. Hold on. Give me a second. We're going to stop the screen. It's probably just as well, really. I mean, the video's been removed. And in this guy's mind, look at the face on this guy. I mean, look at the head on that thing.
All right, guys, what's going on? Let's try this again. Summer Wells has not been found. It will teach me to do a video while I am stuffed to the gills, tired, and just trying to make a Summer Wells video. Good.
He's in Sevierville. It's a jaunt. I don't remember how long it is. I knew it one time. But let me show you this. This is the birthplace. This is the birthplace for BS. Why do you say that, Benny Keys? Well, because he's made a video before saying that she's been found, and coincidentally, she's been found somewhere in reference to Jody Sue. Now, check this out. Ooh-wee, baby. Let me find it here. Right here we go. Yes, she's been found. They, with an A. They just said she was found. It's a video that says she was just found in a grave on that property. Kelly Wright. I think you're in the wrong live stream, honey. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know. This is the thing. This dude, throughout the course of all of his content, he really likes to lean on the side of an untimely demise, right? Of an untimely demise. Now, what's interesting about that is that so many other creators, even though they understand the possibility, right? They don't want to say it in the content. They don't want to make content about that. Everyone wants to remain hopeful. Everyone wants to try to remain hopeful. He is one of the people, TM used to call it the Summer Wells SA community, because there's a whole community of people like PG, like Don B, so on and so forth. They all, with their verbiage and with the videos they make, they're not silently saying it. They are verbally putting assault on these children, right? You can think what you want. No one's the thought police. But when you speak it up and you speak it up and for 4 years, you've been talking about how everything points to this, this, and this, and this. Find an intelligent way. Yeah, murder. Find an intelligent way to make another argument. We're all adults. We all know the statistics. You don't have to say it over and over and over in every video. What's the point of that?
Good God, I can't believe I said that. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I've done a video.
I do know what you're talking about. Now, the interesting part is he's getting ready to tell you what he said in the other video. Why take the other video down then if you're just going to repeat what you said here? Make it make sense. If you're going to dirty delete it, move forward, like gloss over it, right? Except for he's going to take the video down, but then tell you exactly what he said on the video he took down. Somebody explain it to me like I'm two, because it makes zero sense to me. You might as well just leave the other video up, or you got a laptop right behind you, buddy, right here. Stream the other video and rectify the mistake. Murder was the case. I agree with you. I do believe that there are a fair group of these creators that in some way, even if it's because they hate Don and Candace so much that they get their dig in and it makes them actually feel something to go forward and continue to make these comments. Now, the one thing I got to tell Don B is I can appreciate that he shows his face. So many of the biggest cowards on the YouTube or on the internet, period, they're going to hide behind an avatar. They don't ever show their face. How can you take anyone seriously that is here to do their business but won't let you see their face? They hide their face, and they think that they pull strength from the fact that they can say the most hideous things and never, ever show their face. It is insane.
A few minutes ago, uploaded it, and I was talking about Jody Sue, talking about, she thought that if Summer was found, she'd be found between Ben Hill and Baileyton. And stupid me, because I've eaten too much.
You don't call yourself stupid if it's an honest mistake. There you go, murder. It is a dopamine, serotonin, endorphin situation, right? You get a bigger hit of it by coming here and doing the negative stuff. Coming here to do the positive stuff isn't chemically rewarding. But to come here and put sexual assault on kids and people with no proof like that, right? You formed or formulated a design in your mind for such extreme hate for someone you'll never know in real life, that it makes you high to come on here and tell Don and Candace that their children have been whatever, right? You can't make this make sense. But you tell on yourself, right? He's wanting to pass it off like it was a very organic mistake, right? It was a stupid me. It was a mistake. I guess because I've eaten too much, right? You're going to blame it on your wife's cooking, that you came on here and said the wildest things. You got 31,100 people that watch this crap. Right? But you have all sorts of enablers. Let anyone else. Now, of course, it's specific, right? If this was actually a mistake and I made it, there would be a number of you ladies that would say, hey, Benny, you know, it happens. I get it, right? I get it. It's his little his little Don B community, right? In my opinion, this is no mistake. You're hearing a lack of accountability through the, I was tired, I did this, I'm stupid, I did that, and then I dirty delete it. It sounds legit, right? Right, Paisley?
Just up and said, well, that was where she was found, because I was thinking about the search warrant.
Now, it's not like he said this on a live stream. He only does pre-recorded videos. And then he repeats it, murder. That's right. This sort of buffoonery, you can't fix this. He is far too old to teach him a new trick. You can't even teach this one an old trick. He's going to repeat it. Like, for real. This soup was too salty. I don't know. It's the sort of thing that needs to be called out, right? You've got a bunch of people running around the internet right now saying that tree trimmers saw little Summer sleeping in the back of a pickup truck. Yeah. Okay. What's your point? They've been knowing that. Oh, God. PJ says, BK, did you happen to see the background on Dolly Live yesterday? Chat GPT made you and Ernie pick. A lady called and said y'all took Summer. You were flying the helicopter and Ernie was repelling rope. Yeah. PJ, these people should have to have a certification or some schooling of some sort in order to even watch this stuff, because you have fractured minds, right, that are watching this on their phone, and it's too easy just to flick up and hit 911. It's too easy. I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of it. You have these people, and I'll say that Ziggy and Fred are right now the chief offenders, because they are actually, like, they are living, breathing examples. They are the truth in the concept that for them, all publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity. There is no bad publicity, right? Yeah, please post it, and I will look it up here. Hold on one moment. Let me pull up another tab. I just so taken back by it all, right? Like, and of course, you can't make a logical argument here, right? Because as soon as you make a logical argument, the next step is the ad hominem, right? It's the way that it works. Okay. It's the way that it works. You can't even, right? Hold on. Let me move this over here. Okay. Yeah, Bridget, for sure. I don't even know. PJ Vision. Yep. Y'all goes, somebody put PJ's link in the chat, please. Please put PJ's link in the chat. If you're not subscribed to PJ Vision, PJ is Dolly's better half. Thank you, PJ. Please go subscribe to PJ. You can't, it's just not. I don't even know. Right? Like I don't even know how to do it. Please, somebody put PJ's link in the chat, please. So let's go back over here.
I guess I should have said that's possible.
I didn't know I could fly either, baby. I had no idea.
Possibly where she may end up being found. That's what I guess that's where I was going with it. But it come out. I must have said, or I did say somewhere. That's where some.
That's all, Don. Thank you, Chasing. Thank you, Kaz. You hearing this? Like, let's just make 2 videos of the same thing in a row. How about that? Huh? I own a helicopter and have the means, the lady said. Oh, God. I believe you, PJ.
Summer was found. So anyway, I just deleted that video. I was like, oh God, I was wondering why people was commenting and going, so, well, Don, Summer's not been found. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I didn't say that. And I thought they were talking about the title, but apparently in the video, I said she was found.
So, no, but I did a little. Golly, man. It's been everything. And we know this dude don't make, that's not a mistake. He makes like 6, 8, 10-minute videos. And then he's on to the next one. You mean to tell me you recorded this crap? And then you didn't watch it next? Like, thank God you don't live stream, because it'd just be hours-long live streams of you just saying all of the wrong stuff, which you do already in pre-recorded videos. But it takes a certain tact to be able to come on a live stream and dictate yourself.
Stupid me for saying that. But yeah, if y'all hear me say something.
Stupid you for saying it twice. 2 videos back to back, my boy. You didn't just say it once. You said it twice. Oh, yeah, stupid me, Bridget, right?
Kind of off the wall that you think may be incorrect.
Every video, Don. Every video. We could lay out to you what you should say based upon factual, actual evidence or statements, and you still going to get it wrong, bro. Every time. Every time, bro.
Could you please say, hey, Don, do you realize that you said this and this is the timestamp that I'm talking about? Because you might need to delete your video or redo it or something like that. So yeah, for further reference, if I make a mistake, please kind of correct me in a different manner.
Correct him in a different manner. Hopefully tonight, this right here, hopefully that's enough. But I doubt it. Right? I doubt it. Feeling embarrassed in front of your peers usually is the cure for this sort of thing. Not so much for this one, though. Right? He's like the rest of them. Bad publicity is good publicity. Right? But I think it may have made a dent, right? It may have left a mark, because here we are 3 hours in and he's got 993 views, right? When I think that even this title alone seems kind of clickbaity in sort of a reverse kind of way. Like, oh, let me go find out who's saying, right? Like this, to me, if I didn't know the backlog, I'm not even subscribed to this dude. You see this button right here? Would I never, ever, right? This would be enough to draw me in to say, Well, I'm pretty sure I would know. I would find out pretty quickly through a various numbers of various means would I find out, right? Like I would probably find out before some people in Tennessee would know. I might find out before this Yahoo. But that title alone is going to draw you in, right? What do you mean non-biased, Carrie Bowberry? Are you serious? Do you mean to tell me if I go through these comments, you're going to be down there making this okay? I sure hope not. Hey, Justin, good to see you, babe. What is this? That's what you mean? Carrie. Be non-biased. So in this case, Carrie Bowberry, to be non-biased means that I leave the child out in the rain, so to speak, right? That's what you mean? Is that what you mean? Give this dude a break and turn my back on the child he said this about? That's what you want me to do? Ain't no way, baby. No.
And let me know. I mean, the hate train's coming at me full steam over a mistake. So,
but he wants you to tell him in a different way. Like, don't be blunt with him. Don't be blunt with him. Don't correct him in a tone that he's too conscious. He's tone conscious, clearly. You can't say something to him out of tone because then that ODD kicks in probably, right? Dudes like this, if you tell them the wrong way, they're going to go ahead and just do it anyways, right? Yeah. If you tell him not to do something the wrong way, he's going to keep on doing it and he's going to push forward and do it harder. That's what he's going to do. Yeah.
Again, I apologize. Summer Wells has not been found. And what I meant to say is that Jody Sue said,
yeah, he wants us to say it's okay, pretty. Yep.
That she thinks his summer was found. And this is an audio from a long time ago, apparently. And a lot of people's even forgot.
Now he's passing blame. He's saying somebody else said it. Well, heck, Fred Hill said it when he was in jail. He thought she'd been found. It's a bunch of you idiots who have said she's been found. And you've done it. So, Carrie, I'm not understanding what you want me to be unbiased about. And I mean this with the utmost level of sincerity. I'm not getting on you. I'm not giving you shade. I just like this stuff here is as good as those AI channels. Right? He doesn't do any research. I'm guessing his researchers are just like the research he does is the comments below. He researches it by reading his comments, right? I mean, I just showed you. I don't know if you missed it. I've got a ton of right here. Now, I'm going to set myself up here, so to speak, right? That would never happen in mine. That would never happen over here. Myra. That would never happen over here. You want to know why? Because we don't attract them kind of people. Now, mods, be on alert because I said it, somebody's going to come over here and do that right there. They're going to do that same thing. And in fact, you know how trolls are. They may even copy that and then put that in our comments over here. Stuff like that don't happen over here. Only over there. Right? Interestingly enough, oh goodness, Donna Serafina and Fred Hill. You may be able to help them put together all the recent puzzle pieces they have uncovered in discovering Summer's current location. They mentioned you in the video a couple of days as they feel confident with your skills. Looking ass. Found 5 minutes ago. Yeah. 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 Now, if this is an ongoing issue or he has a rebuttal that is anything more than just taking accountability, don't make me play that recording, Don, of you telling me about you concealing the SA of your stepson. And let me tell you what, folks, I reported it to the police. I reported him. That's all I could do. I took his audio and give it to his police about him concealing the SA of his stepson, right? And then all of the weird talk about the neighbor's minor daughter scratching his back underneath his shirt while they watched movies together, because he knew he let his verbiage. He let the girl scratch on his back looking at the mom because he knew the mom's secret with his stepson. That's who we dealing with here. He thought it was cool, Bridget. Have him make a video calling me a liar. I bet he won't. He can't. He cannot. And he thought he was talking to somebody that was going to keep it undercover for him. He thought he was talking to someone telling these stories to that was going to find it cool and keep it a secret with him. That's what he thought. Quite naturally, if he thinks it's cool to conceal a scenario, he doesn't find the situation with his son, his stepson, and the neighbor lady, who's a grown woman. If he doesn't find that troubling, how can he have an opinion on anything Don has ever said on the internet or Candace or anything else? He's just as bad, right? Is he just as bad? Carrie, you got one more time, baby. Straight up. You got one more time.
Thought about it, but apparently Jody Sue said that she thinks if Summer's found, she'll be found between Ben Hill and Baileyton. And it is it's a hell of a coincidence that they are executing a search warrant and there's soil involved, apparently, I guess, allegedly.
How does he know this? He's going to tell you he got some super duper contact with some law enforcement somewhere, right? This is reckless internet posting. It goes from her being found to now there being soil involved. Soil involved now, right? Okay.
Rumor has it.
Rumor has it. I'm guessing the whole she was found was a rumor too, but you got the backlash you didn't want and you removed it. Yeah, Bella, absolutely. Don B is a creep. Don B is a real weirdo. And to Don B, little boys can't be offended against in America, right? Long as it's someone that, because he thought the neighbor lady was hot. It's his word. She's hot. I'll get the recording. It's out there. It's on a couple of different videos. If this man has any issue with what we're doing here tonight, my boy, it's open season. I'm going to bring all that back. It's out there. I've talked about it extensively over the years. Don't make me do it, Don. Go on about your business and don't do nothing like this no more. You hear me? Don't do it no more, bro.
So
let me catch y'all up. He said Summer Wells was found. Dirty deleted the video, came back, and then repeated the comment that he deleted off the other video. Now he's going to tell you that the search has something to do with soil collected. There you go, Taylor. Queen Bee played it too. Like, it's widely known this dude's a creep. This ain't no new stuff. It's the only way he has content, Roswell. You're exactly right, baby. Now, all of a sudden, he's spreading more. Just look here. Justin would know before Don would. Justin would probably know before I would know, and I would know pretty quickly. I would almost go so far as to say that if there was anything very substantial, Tim Mullins would reach out to me. We know they're still watching all this. How could they not? That's it, Justin. He's making it up. I'd like to know where the other rumor is. I'm guessing it's probably something, I don't know. I don't want to put it on nobody, but it's the kind of thing. It'd be the kind of thing PG would say over there. They just make something up. Right? I mean, Gra told you. Now go find you another monkey. Go find you another gymnasium to monkey around on.
You know, if, let me think about this before I say it. If Summer Wells is found in that area, it's going to be a hell of a coincidence how Jody Sue would have known that, right? Very interesting.
No, it wouldn't be. Jody Sue has said everything. It's like the psychics, right? You throw 1,000 darts at a dartboard, one of them's going to hit something. Not your monkey. No, you go monkey around somewhere else, Carrie Bowberry. You ain't gonna monkey around here no more. This is our jungle gym. That's it, Kitty Hawk. That's it.
I think a lot of people has forgotten about that. But if you want to go to Michelle After Dark, I was watching her this morning, and she touched on it a bit. And to be honest with you, I have never heard Jody Sue. I didn't know that audio even existed. I don't know if it's from a video Jody Sue made or someone recorded Jody.
Captain Caveman, it's a real deal. He had to talk about it because I had the audio of him saying it. Then he came on and talked about it. He wouldn't just run to the internet and talk about, why would he tell on himself? He wouldn't, Man.
Sue saying it, but it's kind of creepy that she says that about between Ben Hill and Baileyton, and they're executing a search warrant. I don't know if that property is in Baileyton. Anybody local to the area, let me know. But yeah, I am.
That's an example of his research, right? I'm going to throw out an allegation. If you're from the area, let me know, right? But we're not going to do any research of our own, right? That'd be too much like right.
So sorry about saying that. It's a mistake. If I was AI, it probably wouldn't have happened. I'm human. So I just deleted the video. So scratch. I'm going to get back on there real quick and apologize. Redo
it.
The video. And
redo the video saying exactly the same thing you said earlier in the first video, except put a bunch of excuses in front of it. And then that makes it okay, right? Please do, Cheryl O. Would love to see it.
And say what I meant to say. So no more, I guess, no more videos from me on Thanksgiving after 8. No, that shit ain't happening no more. God, I can't believe it. Anyway, I'm sorry I got everybody all up in a tiffy over that. But yeah, I apologize. And no more videos from me on Thanksgiving after 8. If I do one, it's going to be before I eat. So anyway, guys, thanks for the support. Appreciate it. But yeah, next time, just if you think I made a mistake, be a little nicer in the comments.
Be a little nicer in the comments. Let's not worry about, well, first of all, I guess, the family of this little girl. Thank God they know this guy's full of crap, but let's assume this was his first video he made, right? It is. Walk with me through the land of theoretical. First video, he's saying she'd been found. Now you got people running around scrambling, calling the police, out in the car, up at the police station, calling TBI, frantic, this, that, and the third. They want to know where their daughter, their granddaughter, whatever, right? Just be a little bit nicer when I say that a missing child that's been gone for 4.5 years is found when she actually hasn't been. Absolutely, sir. You got it, Justin, for sure. I got a piece of business at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm free. Shouldn't take me very long. It's going to be some shovel work.
Comment section, be like, hey, Don, I think you may have made a mistake, and you said this. Here's the timestamp. Go check it out, because you might have to delete your video and redo it. Don't come at me sideways just because I made a mistake.
I don't know. Mistake is a mistake is a mistake, right? Have some accountability, bro. Take some accountability. It's okay to take accountability. Don't pass it off on your wife's cooking, right? Don't. You playing yourself right now, bro. You're playing yourself. It's because you know what I'm guessing? I'm guessing that there's, I don't know, maybe some monetary reason for this, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe you depend on this YouTube money to pay for something. So you got to just keep pumping it out no matter what. Yeah, that's right, Justin. I don't know. His wife's turkey made him do it, right? Blame it on the turkey. I see memes coming. Boy. The memes are coming.
I mean, it just, it's just not very productive. Anyway, thanks for.
See that? It's not productive. If you tell him through text, he ain't heard not one person's voice. Not one person. Accountability Thanksgiving dinner. He ain't heard not one person's voice call him and say, Don, you dirty SOB. It's comments. It's not productive to tell him any other way but softly, like, oh, Donnie boy, we're actually, it's our fault. We feel bad for telling you you've made a terrible perfect example of reckless internet posting, sir. We feel so bad we have to tell you you made a terrible mistake. It's our fault. No. Like, look what you made us do to you, Don. Oh, Don. Come on, man. We are grown folks. You old enough to lost all that hair, but you still want to be coddled like a baby. Make that make sense.
All the support, guys. Appreciate it. And, hopefully Summer Wells will be found soon. It's, something's happening. Something's definitely happening. We'll be talking about some stuff Candace has said about Don Wells.
I think there probably is a lot happening. Not so much between them ears, but nonetheless, a lot happening. Oh, Benny Keys, we thought you changed. We thought you changed, Benny.
Wells tomorrow, which is very concerning. I hope Don doesn't take Candace out and then, end up taking himself out in the process, because then.
Oh my God. Whoa. What? Yeah, get that man a swaddle. What? He hopes Don don't take Candace out and then end up taking himself out in the process. Yeah, that's right, Roswell. Anytime you come to this fractured place and you speak the truth, or you look like you're having too much fun, oh, you're just like the old Benny. You're a perfect representation of the old Benny. Yeah, you hear that, PJ?
Definitely happening. We'll be talking about some stuff Candace has said about Don Wells tomorrow, which is very concerning. I hope Don doesn't take Candace out and then, end up taking himself out in the process, because then what would that do to the investigation?
Thank you, Jay. I don't know. Like, that, I think, is equally as egregious as saying she's been found, right? Thank you, Justin. I sure appreciate you, brother. That is equally as egregious. We're going to talk about a murder-suicide, right, in replacement of Summer Wells has been found. See, that's why I don't watch these idiots. Man. Right? Thank you, Tish. So appreciate you, baby. Justin already shared what Candace said, so get your own content, dweeb. That's right. He's gonna come over here and jack Justin's content, then pass it off on his own, and wish him. Hopefully, Don don't hurt Candace and then hurt himself. Yeah, I was a POS back then. I was struggling with my life. Now I have been renewed. I have renewed myself. I am recovering, one day at a time. One day at a time. I don't know, man. Stephanie, guess what? This internet has too much access then, right? Right? If it's a concern, well, maybe don't watch it no more. Right? No, murder, I haven't. Right? Yes, Justin, all of our sins. Even this sort of egregious stuff here, right? Like this just, I don't know, man. Like, when I said in the beginning of this expose, I said that he couldn't be redeemed. Of course, Don B can be redeemed, right? You just got to want to do better. Thank you, Kaz Pablo, baby. I already know.
Talking about some stuff Candace has said about Don Wells tomorrow, which is very concerning. I hope Don doesn't take Candace out and then, end up taking himself out in the process, because then what would that do to the investigation? But there's some stuff that Candace has been saying about Don, which is very concerning. And if they get into a drunk domestic situation again.
Oh, I am going to stay in the funeral business right now. It is where God has pulled me to be. And I get to serve families with dignity, with their loved ones. And at the same time, I'm where I'm supposed to be, seeing what I need to see in order to learn the lesson and receive the blessing that God has for me. Right now, I'm currently studying to take my state exam sometime the week of the 1st of December for being able to help families with pre-need funeral arrangements. And then going to slowly transition into probably getting my degree for funeral directing. So that's kind of my tentative 2-year plan, It is, Justin. It is like, got to see a lot of bad things. You see very peaceful things, but I have seen firsthand and had to pick it up off the street, the things that humans can do to each other. You know what I mean? That in physics, right? You don't understand physics until you've looked down at something and be like, wow, like that's a lot of physics right there. Yeah. We have one here in Dallas. And in fact, I've been sort of kind of led to the side to not get my embalming license because the market forecast through FDL is like in the next 20 years, this next generation of kids viewing their loved ones is like they don't want to view. It's going to be the funeral business is going to go direct to cremation, right? That's what the forecast is. When you look at Funeral Director's Life or any of that stuff, it's moving towards straight to Dallas has one. Yeah, Dallas Mortuary. It's moving to direct cremation. So that's really going to hurt a lot of funeral homes that embalming is an art, right? There's not just the embalming, but there's like so much that goes into, it's the last snapshot of your loved one you're going to see, right? And so it's got to be perfect. And just like everything else, Justin. So it's where God has me right now. And, I do everything except for embalming, which I can't do, but I have witnessed so many of them, and I will be cremated. Anyways, I guess the takeaway from this, thank you, Lila. Thank you, Lila. I think the takeaway from this is it's okay to never report on something that's happening. It's okay to wait until the developments are concrete. There is no problem in being the living example of patience is a virtue. You do not have to. That's it, Justin. And you know what? I will never like I'm a smoker, so I don't have to worry about making the decision. But when you see how they come back from donation, I mean, it is just it should be criminal the way they come back from donation. That's all I'll say about that. Anyways, Don, do better, bro. Don, do better. And just take the scrutiny, take the criticism, move forward. You don't have to sidetrack or turn around and try to throw a shot at Benny Keys or Benny's this or Benny's that, or he did this or he didn't do that. Like, just take it and move forward, bro. Right? Like, but just, I don't know, bro. You just I haven't watched you not one time since I've been back, bro. Not one time. And you got your foot in your mouth again, bro. Thank you, Lil Deb. You got your foot in your mouth. Yeah, Justin, I had a full bone and organ donation come back, and we just all were like, wow, like that should be criminal. The way they left that lady should be criminal. And that's all I'll say about that. It should have been criminal, right? Like if you were giving the gift, like this woman did, send her back with some dignity, not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like not like that. Anyways, I don't know. It's scenarios like this that before I do them, guys, thank you. It's scenarios like this that when I see them, it's a hard decision for me to even move forward with covering this. And I'll tell you why, because you can't, in this society, this online society, It's so very hard. It's so very hard to have any sort of past, but call out a present situation. As soon as you call out a present situation, the level of intelligence just zaps out, and they're going to go back to something in the past. It's an ad hominem attack, right? They're going to attack you, but not your position, right? Not your position. And that's just what this place is, right? It's so toxic. You know, you can't, no one is exempt, right? No one is exempt. No one is exempt. And if this sort of thing goes unchecked, then it builds steam. It builds steam and it goes downhill like a snowball. And next thing you know, you're standing at the bottom trying to stop a Mack truck, right? And you've got so I'll tell you what, I see this level of accountability in AA rooms every day. And they're newcomers. They're the people that haven't quite got it together yet. And they're going to blame their situation on everything peripheral that they can, everything but themselves, right? And then as soon as you try to hold them to a level of accountability, they get squirrely and they twist off, right? And I mean, this to me is like textbook, what I see in the rooms, right? It's textbook. I was in 2 yesterday. I should have been in 2 today after seeing this. Like, this was just, it's a lot, right? Meanwhile, there's a little girl missing, man, right? And, you know, I often, and this is a closing thought. I'm sure that Benny, I can't say I'm sure. I don't know what kind of internet personality or activist. None of us are advocates. We're activists. I don't know if Summer Wells could pick her own advocate in a parallel universe. Would she pick any of us? Right, Justin? Would she pick any of us? Probably not. Right? And so I think that that's sort of the level that we all should strive to try to operate on, is a level where we're like, you know what? I would want Summer Wells to advocate for me, to be her activist. I'm not an advocate. I'm not. I'm an activist, right? I'm an activist. We're all activists. We should all strive to want to be and know in our own hearts, I am behaving on this internet like someone that Summer Wells would want to represent her. Bridget, I've been a real POS here. I'll be the first one to say, I probably am exempt from the list of people that Summer Wells would want to advocate for her. But that doesn't mean that I can't start behaving like someone that I think maybe Summer Wells would want to advocate for her, be an activist for her, right? That's my closing thought. Don B, do better. Do better, bro. Because I would sure hate to just go back in time. I am not Willy Wonka. I do not want to go back in time with you, sir. And I don't think at this point in time you want to go back in time either, right? So just take the lick. I'm sorry if any of this comes off in a way that you mentioned earlier in your video that you don't want to be approached like. If that's it, I apologize. Let's just move forward, right? Anyways, I'm going to come over here and check out what started. I don't even know. Roswell, thank you so much for your contribution, Queen. If you received the membership from Roswell, please, if you didn't, thank her. Mark T, as always, gifting 5 memberships. Thank you, Mark, for your contribution. You know it means the world to me if you received a membership from Mark, and I missed you thanking him. If you didn't, please thank him. In closing, man, we know better, so we got to go better. You hear me? I love all of y'all individually. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence, right? And Justin, as soon as I get out, I will give you a text, sir, and we can go through it. I love all of y'all individually. Have a great night.